Okay. I decided to do number 2 of 5 live, and also the other 3 I will do live. I never prepare myself anyway, so there is no difference of going live or not live. Number 2. So today I'll be talking about pivot points, but more from the no-nonsense forex style perspective. That means more objective, because when I was when I was building a logarithm for no-nonsense forex, um, many times I tried to incorporate pivot points, and oops, on the end, I found it out that if the pivots agree, usually also the confirmation indicators will agree. So I couldn't set the algorithm in the way that I would have any benefit from continuation indicator, because whenever the pivot was wrong, also the confirmation indicators were wrong. So, but I was I tried to figure it out why this was happening, and actually, reality is that it is all price action driven. All the indicators like zero cross or line cross are calculated based on the past data and are constantly adjusting depending on the time frame, depending on the candle. They are constantly readjusting. When pivot points and fractals and similar indicators, they are like fractals are candle based. So when certain candle pattern appears, the fractal gets created. It turns red or blue, whatever color you choose. But that doesn't change anymore, and it's not based on the actual price movement of that particular second or moment or candle close. It is the bundle, the sum of few candles that form a formation in a certain way, a price pattern that the fractal is formed. Um, and we could actually, let me just open the correct intraday. Here we were working on the previous video, and I will just add, just for the sake of conversation, I will add ash, as I really like it. It is my ups. It is my ups. Why are you not working? So I it's just working slow. It's my number one indicator regarding confirmation. Oh, I already have too much of them. Let me delete Emma. It's my number one indicator regarding confirmation indicators. Okay, here we have ash. I'll just type in my favorite setting and we'll go from there. It's for the pivot points, it's 21.1. As we can see, if we would use in order to understand it, you would need to go watch previous video and read the description where I mentioned VP from NNFX and Urban Forex and Inner Circle Trader. So if you are a strict beginner, this will not be for you. So this is more of advanced tactics. Actually, it's a very profitable strategy, but as long as you're not profitable with 3 EMAs or just by looking in the candles, you will not be profitable trading any style of system or something. Actually, if you apply my strategy and you're not profitable with it, that means that you lack of trading experience, rather the strategy is bad. Okay, so let's go. Here we can clearly see the signals, and let's look at the last signal. It was right here. So we've got our short signal around here, which performed very nicely. it goes from reversal, everything is okay. But even if we wouldn't have Ash here at this moment, we would still be entering this trade, or we would be entering a bit later, as I mentioned yesterday or a day before in the video, that in times like this we either draw it like this, or when you are more experienced you would actually angle it and try to enter way sooner at the best price. Here actually Ash got us best price, but it is like 50-50. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. And also here we can see if we would be, here is a good let me find first failed example of Ash. It's right here. Ash would here give a signal which would be false one, as if we would be entering simply from the pivot, it would again be a false signal and we would get stopped out or not, depending on your stop loss. But here was the correct signal. But you know, Ash is driven by price, so are pivots, and I found the best way if you want to make it objective, because usually trend line breaks, pullback breaks are very subjective. So how to make it objective? So that is like the NNFX, the no nonsense forex style, is to have a completely objective system that cannot be interpreted wrong. If there is a signal, there is. If there is not a signal, you simply don't trade. Okay. Yeah. And sorry, I'll be jumping. My English is shitty. I'll be jumping up and down. I'm never prepared. So, actually, I'm well prepared. I have my coffee, my cigarettes, and everything. So this is regarding my preparations. Let's go to the forex. Today I'll just simply do intraday analysis and I will be explaining along. Now, for the difference of yesterday, you can see, or a day before, you can see that I have fractals. Now, fractals are the best actually helper or confirmation for the trend line, if it's vertical or if it is angled. It's like C1. If you would look from the no-nonsense forex perspective, but not forex algorithm, but more like metals where there is no baseline, because we will be using just the pivots as second confirmation, and first confirmation will be our actually entry confirmation will be the fractals. Okay, let's go. So yesterday or a day before or whatever, we said this is our favorite pattern, and from now on we look to short it, because we've got this reversal signal. Now yesterday or day before or whatever, I said that whenever the market is falling, and if it's like having here, we can see we would have it angled with fractals or without, because the market pulled back nicely with for the short, it pulled back with a higher low, and you can draw a nice trend line from where we would be waiting for the breach of the pivot and the breach of the trend line to enter. But in very big help are fractals, because simply a rule of a thumb is you need to wait at least 2 fractals for the trade line before you draw a trend line. And here we had our first fractal, and here we have our second fractal. For the short trades, we only focus on the bottom fractals, and for the long trades, only on the top fractals. Actually, that has a lot of similarity with Inner Circle Trader, because he uses candlestick pattern to determine pullbacks. Actually, Inner Circle Trader, what he's using like candle formation like this and like this. So candles need to form like and he would trade. He would draw a support line here, or for the support he would draw it here. But fractals are very similar, only 5 it's extended, and if you're using TradingView, you can actually set it to 3, but I prefer it on 5, as originally the fractals from Mr. Bill Williams goes. And I'm a big fan of Williams stuff. I was using his Before I did, well, actually, one of my algorithms had, for continuation, had his alligator and fractal breaks, and then I had a baseline confirmation 1 and 2 for the baseline entry. So I used Bill Williams a lot in the past. Okay, so since we had two fractals already created, we simply connect the dots, stupid simple, as we would be in the kindergarten, and we wait for the break, and there is nothing we can do. For the long, again, this is for the first high of the first need to be broken in order to get a long signal, so we are far from it. As we also can see, the market didn't really do a substantial lower low, so it's consolidating, it's sort of arranging around here. If we'll break, we'll enter. Okay, to continue. Here was a good example. They're continuing down from the lower of yesterday. They went up, but today we didn't get no clear signal, and you could actually draw also the low from this fractal. You could be trading from there, but that would be very risky. I actually would like to see that if anybody would be following this strategy, that he would wait for the entries that it touches. There will be runners like this and like this when there will be no touching. Don't look that on the pips on table. It simply represents the fast market. You don't know what will happen, and actually entering here is a coin flip, because here can turn at any point. Have like more confirmation, because situation like this one is here occur actually every fucking day, so you really don't need to worry about it. And actually a big problem of traders is actual over trading. So today this is the first scan of the market I'm actually doing, and I was backtesting stuff entire morning, if I'm honest. I actually opened my trade because a friend posted on our Discord server that pound Swiss on the daily hit take profit, and I actually opened the charts then to set stop loss, because I wasn't even looking at it yet, because it's you need to be calm down. You shouldn't rush into it. You need to believe in your strategy, and if you know that you have some trades running that are meant for a daily chart or for 2-3 days to be open, then you really don't need to monitor it every fucking 5 seconds. You will do stupid stuff if you'll do that. Okay, let's continue. We're going down, and here previous day it went low, constantly it went low. We can see that. That's why this would be the trend line, but what did we talked in previous video is that we take the low and we simply wait for the break, and also the pullback. As we can see, till now it created only first fractal, so even if it breaks using the fractal strategy, I wouldn't be entering. I would be waiting for the next fractal, and then I'll be trading a break. This is like it will, like here, pullback started first fractal, second fractal, wait for the break, and as you can see the trade performed. Two fractals again here, wait for the break, you can see it performed. Here again, two fractals, it touched, second fractal, break below. I think the fractals are a really good add-on on the pivots, and here it was simply no trading, because you can see it never broke. Oh, this would actually be a false entry. This would be a loser, but that's it. Then there are no more losers. Okay, let's go. What do we have? Again, two fractals. A little less good entry. This trade probably will perform. I'm actually on this trade on the daily chart. Where do I have the daily? I can show you how I entered. This is my daily forex. Out the cat, out the New Zealand. See the fractal break, and I entered yesterday. I also have it right up here for on the demo, because I'm testing it. We'll need to wait for it to load. And for the intraday, these are the trades that are open, and they're all open from yesterday. I actually had problems today. I wanted to start this live session 1 hour ago, but actually it didn't want to log in on my stationary computer into my live account, and it's running pretty nicely. These are all the same trades. Now we just need to wait for the IC to open so that I show you all the trades running that strategy. Okay, let's continue. It will pop up. What do we have here? We are waiting for that break. It's very simple, just connecting the dots. Stupid simple. And that's why I said that this video will be sort of very close to no-nonsense forex, because it is 100% objectivity. There is no subjectivity in here. You're waiting first fractal, second fractal, market is continuing down for reversal. We are waiting for that style of pattern when we get a high and the low, and we trade from the fractal break, and there was an awesome trade. And here we had another, it was continuation trade, awesome trade, and it goes down, it touches, we've got to that trade, and we get fucked up. So here would be a loser. Here would be the next trade, which would be depending on your style. A lot of traders would exit here. Many traders would exit here, but as you can see, it resulted in the profitable trade. Okay, what do we have here? Nothing useful. See, again, two fractals in the opposite direction. It sort of touched it, and you have a good trade running. Canadian CAD, Japanese yen. When you have a fractal like this, we are waiting for the new fractal with hope it will touch, came below, and we have stop loss and take profit. Okay, Swiss Japanese yen. Right now, this is the trade I actually would be entering, but I wasn't doing that. I was backtesting some indicators and stuff. So this was a perfect entry, like you see. Like we told, reversal 1, 2, 3. Fractals, 2 fractals. It was already here. You could be entering from here, or you could be entering from here. The target was that. That is the target. Now we are late. I will not be entering this trade. If it comes down, yes, but probably it will go straight up. But you know, it can turn. So I missed the perfect entry spot for the good risk-reward ratio. So I will not be participating in it. Yeah, this one is by the book, as I said. Euro Aussie. I'm in that on the daily. What's going on with my platform? Oh, it's here. That's why. Just wait. These are my trades, trading that style on the daily. It's a bit jumpy because I'm using Mac and it really sucks for Mac. Okay. And here I have in euros. I actually recommend you that you set your profits in points. It will be much easier because you will not be panicking. You will just let the market run and do his own thing, and we can check. I usually trail my daily trades from the daily stuff on 4 hours. I much prefer it. I love my how are called I really like parabolics are for trailing it, so that I have previous dot, so that I trail the previous dot. We'll view my NNFX trades. It's funny thing. Somebody's typing. Okay, let us go. See, and you don't need to rush into it, because if it's a daily trade, it can go on and on and on. And here I didn't even move my stop loss. I like to be profitable. It's a very good feeling. And this account is doing. It's a demo account, and it's doing very well. It is 2 weeks old, and currently we're up really a lot. So we could actually check the statistic of it. We will. Okay. Here we'll just wait. But I will still, if I will lose that trade because of this giant engulfing candle, I want to lose small. I don't want to lose big. So I'll be reducing my loss because it's a big chance it will go into a pullback. Okay. Here is nothing I can do. Just wait. Aussie New Zealand. Pound Swiss hit take profit. Yep. And I will be moving my stop loss down to protection. Pound Japanese yen, where we are very close. Whenever I get a case like that, I simply close the one position, because so many times it reversed at that point that I really don't like it. Okay, and our account is growing really nice. We can go into account history. Custom period, all history, save detailed report. Presentation, so that I don't mix it with some of the other ones. Let's go. Applications, documents, presentation. Whoops, wrong one. Presentation. And here it is. This is the statistic of the account. It's really nice. So far we did 31 trades with 74% success rate, which is actually 5% improvement of my actual no nonsense forex algo, because it has like 66% of success. So I really like doing that style of trading. I'm right currently I'm doing only the pivot trading, but I have different account for the daily and for the intraday. And also, if we consecutive profits and losses, average profits are above average losers, and largest profits are above largest losers, and with a positive win rate, uh, that is profitable. And as we can see, it's profitable by a lot. Okay, let's go. Let's finish our analysis. Okay, nothing to do here. Here we have up. There was your entry. This would be a loser, depending on where would be your stop loss. Okay, nothing to do here. When you're trading pivot points, it's also good to have some understanding of the candlestick patterns. It's actually really helpful for getting the best prices out of the market. And if you combine it with price action, that's why I really recommend you to go check also all the free material on YouTube from Naveen and from Inner Circle Trader, a combination of no nonsense forex knowledge and Urban Forex and Inner Circle Trader is really majestic. If you combine their knowledge into one strategy, because this is all combined into one, um, it's really good. Maybe on the from first perspective, it doesn't look no nonsense forex at all, but mentally the concept behind is really no nonsense forex, because you are actually waiting for the objective signal given from the indicators, and you only trade for that from that with the strict rules. So, and you can backtest it, and it's really nice. Okay, this is really good. What do we have here? Now I will be waiting for tomorrow. Probably the pivot will be around here. Probably here will form a red pivot and another red, and I would be trading the break down. Anyway, all the trades I do, I post on the Discord, so my friends there know exactly what I'm talking about. And actually, I'm doing these videos mainly the for the people on White Rabbit Discord server, because all of the guys there showed a really good work. They're working on algorithms and really good ones, and everybody's open and sharing the ideas. And this is really hard to type down, so yeah. So I'm actually giving it in exchange, uh, because many of them are also using intraday stuff and run no nonsense forex on the side. Here was a good entry. As you can see, this is the target. I would be trailing it by now. Nothing here, didn't touch, nothing here. These trades just need to be let alone. Don't interfere, don't. Oh, yeah, you have a really nice trade from here. It's really nice. It will probably touch it, but so many times it will screw over. Because, and we all usually just remember the good trades and not the bad ones. Okay. Yeah, probably tomorrow pivot will be around here, and we'll be trading it. Really nice. And you can again see here the market break and break above, and you had a perfect trade up to here. And always trail your positions, always. Also one thing, actually on the daily, we will also go on the 4 hours and daily today, just so that you get the picture, because I have different approach to opening positions, and I hope I will get a signal on the 4 hours, because I would like to open one trade with you. Anyway, the last video will be the sums of few trades that I'll be screen recording, and then I'll combine them into one video from beginning to end. I hope also some losers. See, here was again, but there no second fractal was taken, and actually this was too low down. I wouldn't be entering, I would be scared. But as I said, if you would be familiar with candlestick patterns and shit, this was actually a good entry point. If I would be here at the market with such big engulfing candle, engulfing this shit in a clear downward, I would be entering this regardless, with stop loss here above and take profit down here. Okay. Nothing. Here we're waiting for the fractal. Something like that would be sexy, or it will come down and go up. You never know. That's why I like the objectivity in trading. I hate being subjective. That was my big enemy in trading clean charts. I was constantly entering too early. Actually, my biggest problem was that somehow when I trade at like 1 hour and 4 hour chart, but I think my trades were actually 15 minutes, because they worked on the 15-minute chart. If I would stop take profit on the 15 minutes, I would be much more profitable, and I just couldn't put it together correctly. And here a very good example of profitable trade. And here this a new one. I simply admire this strategy, and it's funny that I couldn't put it together this objective and this way before No Nonsense Forex. Before that, I had the knowledge from Nevin Pitiani, and I also was watching Wayne McDonald a lot, which I think actually I would proclaim him as a scam. But he has every day a webinar 1 hour to 3 hours long every day. On New York Opens, he starts. And a lot of the things he does are very scammy. But the funny thing regarding his videos is that actually he's giving the actual key to trading every video, which is 100% correct. The only problem is that the profitable traders don't care about what he's saying anymore because they already know it. The unprofitable traders understand it wrong. It's simply some stuff when you become profitable, especially when you become consistently profitable, you start to understand way different, like holding the winner's run. That is the hardest thing, and actually the problems with holding the winner's run is not solved by learning them to hold, but it's actually to learn how to cut the loser short. When you learn how to cut the loser short, then your winners will automatically run. Usually the problem is that people think that the market will turn. If the trade is hovering and not doing shit, I will close it. I will not wait for it to maybe come into a profit that after this pullback, if I get second doubts in the trade, I close it immediately. And I also am not afraid of being stopped out at the break even, because the real trends, like here goes down. It just simply runs. It doesn't spike you out. So many times happen this, but if you learn how to close the losers as soon as possible, then you will let the winners run automatically. Nothing to do, nothing to do. And you can see the analysis go very, very fast. It's not something hard. Okay, we're possibly getting into we're we may be getting a new signal, but see, it needs to break it, and it is a big chance that it will shit around here and break down. It's a very big chance this will happen. USD Swiss franc, USD Japanese yen. Yeah. And if you would like to go like next level of it, you could actually start to track oops, wrong one. And you could actually start to track will that double bottom, because if the markets will react from it, and if they will come down, and if they'll react from it the third time, you have a new runner, and that will be part of the last video. It's like here this strategy, it's actually this trade, but this will be like add-on for the last video. I will do like simple 200 EMA strategy with one entry once a while, but very long one, like 10 to 1 risk reward and stuff like that. Okay, daily EMA, let's go. This is my actually no nonsense forex algorithm. Looks funny, huh? Let's go. Something is missing. I think I overwrite one. I'll just I think I overwrite one of my templates. So I'll simply go to the daily and move to the 4 hours, because I have my chart set automatically here. My pivots are automatically, so now they will be weekly. Let's go if we have something on the 4 hour. Nothing. What's the difference of trading the 4 hour? I actually open two positions like doing no nonsense forex. As you can see above here, I have ATR. I specially wrote it, so this is 1 times 5 ATR, and this is the 14 period ATR. The second number is my stop loss. The first number is my first take profit, and then I will trade the rest or close that R2. So like here, if I would be entering this trade, I would be entering here, and here would be my entry. What was the ATR? 219328. So 328 and what was the one? 219. 219. Yeah. And see, we would get after this, I would lock it, we would get stopped out, and that's why daily and 4 hours are way more profitable, because you get so many these small profits along the way, but sometimes you catch like here a real monster trend. What do we have on the 4 hours? Nothing. I'll do it my speed, so I'll probably be quiet through it so that you see the speed of me doing it. Here was a lost trade. Didn't touch it, but I would enter it here anyway. Okay, here is the trade. Nothing. Reversal later. Don't like the break. Street is running high. Nothing. This is the speed of me doing it, and that's why I so much prefer. I really prefer the trading view against the how's it called, the MetaTrader, because as you can see, this is simply killer. 589, 587. Let us enter a trade. 587. I showed in the previous video. What do I use for my money management? I'm entering this trade with you. Luckily, I found one. I'll be entering two trades. One will be this. What's the ATR? 393. 393. 393. One will be this. And the second position will actually be this. Ha! And this is very good risk reward ratio. And intraday, the ATR is way too small. Spread, spikiness, way more jumpy market. 1 ATR and 1.5 ATR stop loss will spike you out most of the times. I stay away of it. I try to stay away from it as much as I can. What is your fucking problem right now? Euro, Japanese yen. Close. Oh yeah, connect, paper, connect. I'll be doing that also for my friends on Discord. Actually, the next video is for Corrado and Roy and these people, because they had and Jeff, they had questions regarding my view on money management, and I will explain it in the detail, also along with the prop firms. That will be next two videos actually. And I will have a few web pages open, so that it will be very clear. And it's very good. We've got the entry signal here now. Because I'm late, I'm getting it with the discount. I would be entering this candle anyway. What the hell is broccoli anyway? stop loss, stop quantity, oops, market order. Yes, that's 44 pips. $6 is 1 2. Okay, we're opening two trades. Whoops, not here. We're opening them here. Web terminal. Do I have euro, Japanese yen? Symbols. Forex miners. Oh, it was open. So 1.2. It's one. Buy. Buy. And we'll go on the 4-hour chart so that I don't really get too much caught up into that game. Do I have some indicators here? I actually am unfamiliar with web terminal, but apparently it don't want to log in my normal brokers platform. But as many of you know, MetaTrader is not originally designed for Apple. Fuck it. 40. It's not originally designed for Apple, so it's a bit screwy like that. Euro. Stop loss. 119 point, and it's really a pain. What's your problem? What's your problem? 119,900. Why can't I modify you? Okay, just that. Okay, we have that trade running, and other two are also running smoothly. And as you can see, this is part of my money management. It's €100 account. This week I already created 10% of profits on it. So as we can see in equity, it is 50% up from its start, and I'm really satisfied. It's sort of a 10 trade analogy risk management, and it actually comes out of me trading for prop firms and stuff that I didn't like there, and stuff that I found as actual, not a scam, but a clever way of use of kindergarten mathematics. And later well, as I see, I'm not that prepared because my lighter just died. Okay. Yeah, let's go. 4-hour chart. Ta-da-dum, ta-da-dum. Euro. Then you need to close it. Nothing. Let us. Pound cat short. Not yet. Last two. Perfect. Perfect. If this gets broken, remember pound cat short. And actually, I'm shorting pound Swiss on the daily and pound Japanese yen, and I barely got yesterday on the daily also pound USD. Oops, what did it just happen? Pound USD signal. So yeah. This is also the trade I'm running. We can view it right here. If you don't believe me, here it is. Pound Japanese yen. Few moments ago we scaled out. And pound Swissy, and it's really nice. I like it. And this account I showed you, it's currently 40% up in equity, and originally it's 30% up, and it's a very new. When I created this demo account, we can go check the date of it. Deposit. Oops. Ran away. Leader ran away. Everything is upside down. I created this account on 10th of February, so we are currently 27. It's 3 days older than 2 weeks account created. Currently 40% up in equity, 30% up in no, 27% up in reality, which is fucking sweet. But it's simple stupid, but I couldn't pull that out when I was not profitable, although I was doing similar stuff. Here was our entry. Look at that perfect entry. How did it work? And we had our reversal thingy, 1, 2, 3. Our reversal thingy. Look how it worked perfectly. Perfectly. And this one, very good. You get so many small profits doing 4-hour chart and daily that way. Nothing I can do about it. It's all late and here, but didn't touch it. We are waiting for it. It broke this high, so original entry would be here for the reversal trade. Here you have it. Jump on it if you want. I'm not. Actually, I am. I only missed so little that I am jumping it. It's the reversal. What's the ATR? 362 298 296. It's 2 because originally I have 3 per position, 6 in general, but I will scale down to 0.229. First take profit. Let me copy this. First take profit is 2.4. It's like this. Yeah. USD CAD. Web terminal should be here. USD CAD. 2. Buy and buy. And my stop loss. And I will go to my other position. I will simply copy paste the. I can't paste it. Yeah, I can. And I will rewrite it 1.33144. And I am not that accurate on exactly the pips. I just threw it around it. Making a difference between few why is this in euros? Make it as a points. If you are if you are up and down 5-10 pips, that will not result in you being profitable or not. Akpos Jimmy, hi. Okay, this is it. Should we do also the daily? Let's do it. So the last one, we've came to the end. Oh, we've came to the end. Let's also go view the daily. What do we have? This you should be doing for like half hour pre-candle close. I actually do it 1 hour pre, so that if I got disturbed on the way or if something happens in between, I don't have problems with it. Okay, let's go. Check. Oops, because I have this, it doesn't work. Aussie cat. Check. As you can see, the trades performing. New Zealand, nothing. You have Canadian, Japanese yen long. I was planning that trade yesterday, so I'll be entering this most likely tonight. Okay, we had a break, nothing. It's running up. Nothing. Okay, we have a reversal pattern. We have a break, so I'll be entering this tonight. And this is actually from yesterday, because I was waiting for that trade. And here double bottom, and as I explained, this will come the last, on the fifth video I will make, it will come. I will do this strategy, which is actually this entry, and I hope it will work as a good one. It will be a good example, so that I will have it entirely. And this is the speed I do it. Okay, your entry was here, and you would get fucked up on this trade actually if you would be entering here the first time. You would also get fucked up probably. Okay, this one is running low, runners, pound, yeah, and where were we? New Zealand, Japanese yen, Swiss. Here is a good example. I would be scaling out 50% here, because we can see we have a big trade running down, and if I get a solid break of the S1, I would let it. If I would get the next day, if it would be like rejected and I would get engulfing or other trade, I would be scaling out. I would prefer to be scaling in later again into this trade, but because it's a lot of the times it doesn't reach us R2. Most of the times it will hit our trailing stop. Okay. How long did that take us? It was like in a few seconds, actually few minutes. Okay. And again, here I have it marked. Down bottom, no lower low, no lower low, no lower low, no lower low. I will not be entering this break. Believe me, I will not be entering. It went far up to R2. It got rejected. It's coming down. I'll be waiting for it to turn and go up. If it breaks, I will be entering new continuations. But at this moment, right here, I'm very scary. So that's why I'm saying, learn everything. Learn no nonsense forex. Learn ICT trading. Learn Urban Forex way. Go watch Traders Way. What's the dude? Wayne McDonald. Go watch that. Try to absorb all the knowledge there is, because it will be very helpful. At one point, actually, when I became profitable, I started to watch only the scams, because I was watching what they're doing, and if it's a scam means you're fail, and try to do the opposite. Try to consume everything, because every strategy is profitable. 3 fucking EMA strategies profitable. I can actually bulletproof that to you at this moment. Let us close the pivot points. Let us go on the intraday and just open Williams Alligator. Okay, now we don't have any pivot, nothing. We only trade. This is a simple strategy. Look at this. We only trade when green, red, and blue are in correct order downtrend. As I said, 2 fractals. Wait for the lower, higher, and trade a break of it. It's a profitable trade. Lower, higher, trade a break of it. Oops, wrong tool. Trade a break of it. It's a profitable trade. Lower, higher. Why you don't enter? Because they are not in correct order again. They are not. And you can go everywhere in correct order. Trade the break of it. Once you're profitable, every strategy will be fucking profitable. And you know what is the funniest part? If you take 200 EMA and 50 EMA, if you only trade 200 EMA break and trail it on the 50 EMA, you're trading stop loss on the 50 EMA, you will come out profitable on the long term. Now, why unprofitable trader can't do it and why a profitable trader can, that is the experience gap. Everything is actually profitable on the end. You can trade whatever you want, but as long as you don't have enough experience of trading, nothing will be profitable. And also, if anyone remembers Bagot on No Nonsense Forex, he was blocked and kicked out of the Discord because of a fight with Judge. The funny thing was, who was right or who was correct? Actually, why Judge fucked him off? It's actually correct, because the server became so big that you need to stick to actually VP's videos, or it would become Forex 101, which this is the opposite of Forex 101. But he pointed out one very, very important thing. While I was talking, I forgot what he pointed out. Yeah, he pointed out that sometimes you need to look left or right to understand what is the straight way. So you need to learn everything. If you learn price action, he wasn't kicked out for that. He was kicked out for something about prop and talking about 4-hour time frame. If you learn everything, if I wouldn't be a price action trader, I wouldn't get even nearly close to where I got with No Nonsense algorithm. My No Nonsense Forex algorithm did 66% trading live, but I was a lot of the indicators I was backtesting. I was looking their problems from the price action perspective. And the funny thing about the VPs is that he went through it all. I'm also part of Mavericks, and I know their education system. I went through it, and actually the system is there, but with the dirty dozen indicators. And it is actually one thing that people are not aware is that a logarithm trading is a pattern trading. Only the pattern are presented as trade signals, because all the indicators calculate the prices. Lower, higher. Akpos. Jimmy. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm Slav, sorry. What do you mean by lower highs? Lower, higher of which candle? I don't know what you're asking me, because I forgot. If you will, I'll answer it if you'll be more specific. Okay. Everything is calculated by the price, so you're actually trading patterns. It's the algo is good if it's giving a good pattern signal. Like you have these flag patterns, the angled patterns, the wedged patterns, the triangle patterns, everything. And they, in the some circumstances, they all have their specific win rate. Like flag pattern above the 50-100 EMA has 70% of success on its own, the break of it. That's a fact. And also the indicator, that's why the baseline is there. So like if this price action pattern appears, certain combination of indicators will give a signal at that time. And if it's above your baseline, if it's a 50 EMA or whatever it is, that's just statistical point of edge. While explaining the use of Williams alligator. Oh yeah, the fractals. Let me elaborate. You only trade Williams. I found it's like no nonsense forex trading. Just take away the baseline and imagine it as a continuation signal. Just continuation trades. You use fractals for your trend line. Bear with me. I'll be jumpy. I'll be confusing, but I hope it will make sense on the end. Yeah. You wait for the fractal, for the alligator to be in the correct order. So green, red, blue for the long. This is the order. Then you wait for the fractal to form the opposite way. So blue one for the long. And you always wait for the second blue one. Once you have two fractals in the opposite way as a pullback. You can draw, whoops, what did I took? You can draw a trend line on their highs, and you just wait for the break and trade that break. See, here never happened. The break never happened. You have a reversal. Nothing here is confusing. Okay, you have them in correct order. First fractal, second fractal. So for the short, you need to wait for the fractal to be lower and then higher red fractal. You just connect the dots like in kindergarten drawings when you connect the dots for the picture to appear. You wait for the break and you trade it. Only one fractal, nothing here. Two fractals, everything in correct order. You connect the fucking dots, you trade the break. One fractal, nothing here. Two fractal, connect the dots. The break happened, oops, connect the lows. Just like in kindergarten. But you can see the alligator went fucked up. The green is above the red for the short. That's not okay. Here again, oops. Here again, you can see not in correct order. Here was a lower fractal and a lower fractal. So we are waiting another lower high. No, higher low in fractal, sorry. That's it. And you'll be profitable. You know, when I was trading Audacity, I did what was at one point I did around 300 euros in 2 weeks trading very small amount of margin. I actually was driving when at the time, and I was like I went through, I have it here, baskets, currency baskets. Oh yeah, I need daily chart for the baskets. And I picked the dominant pair, doing the same technique. And when I got a sell signal on one currency, I was watching for the counter pair, and I was actually trading while driving, only waiting for the fractal, because that you can have on your fucking empty on the phone. And it is so stupid simple. You can do it wherever you want. It's stupid simple. But it's for 1 hour or 15-minute chart, it will be harder. You will need computer, because you will need to monitor it, because it can turn the low and lower low here. If we are on the daily, let me go on one regular pair with good signal. Here. This trade, we can rule it. This is a 250 pips trade. And also, if you would be just trading this to a low, it's already 50 pips. It's 59 pips. When in 1 hour, it will be 10 pips, and it's actually nothing. You cannot trade 10 pips. 10 pip. Okay, it's at the inner circle trader has a completely different approach. He has it as a starting point, and he has everything to expand it into 4-to-1 ratio. But if you'll go for like a breakout 10 pip strategy, you will lose your money on the long run, because you can see your stop loss is 164 pips. Yeah, and you can trade that, but the funny thing is that No Nonsense Forex did that for me. Mark actually pointed me out once on the page regarding No Nonsense Forex, and it's like a thank you page, and it says like, I don't trade No Nonsense Forex, but it helped me become profitable, and that's true. I don't trade exactly the No Nonsense Forex way, but due to VP I became actually consistently profitable. I was actually in the past, I'm VP follower since the ATR video, so I follow it for quite some time. And I was in the beginning, I was against everything he was saying, and I started to work on algo just to prove him wrong. And he started this podcast, and my main goal was to create an algo and then come with the question to prove him wrong, to sort of and I felt in love with it in the end. Funny thing. Okay, we are done. That's it. End of the fucking video. Cheers. Bye bye.